Welcome to the Reappearing Project. All right. Now, what we're going to be discussing is if accounts got reinserted on your credit report, what should you do? Now, don't be upset because we have the law on our side. So basically, I'm going to walk you through the process of what that looks like to get them things removed from your credit report if they reappeared. All right. So it's going to be a 5-step process. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is getting your report, talking about the law, how to create a letter, how long to wait, and then how to follow up if the accounts don't get removed from your credit report. All right. So first things first, what you want to do is, of course, get your report. Now you can go get your report from Identity IQ, get you a dollar trial for 7 days. But what you want to do is be able to see if that negative account that got reappeared on your report is on TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. All right. We just want to see where it's at. Now, once you see that, you want to get the account name and account number. But most importantly, what we want to do is look up the law to see what it talks about when it comes to reinsertion. All right. So what you want to do is go to 15 USC 1681I, and that's basically the process of what it talks about. Click on a link. Now, once you're on the link, now you want to scroll down to letter 5. All right. Very important. Scroll down to letter 5. I said letter 5. You want to scroll down to number 5. All right. Now, once you're on number 5, treatment of inaccurate or unverifiable information, we want to go to number B. All right. Requirements relating to reinsertion of previously deleted material. All right. Now, let me make this a little bigger so you can see what's going on. All right. So, first things first, let's go ahead and read the specific law of what it talks about. So, certification of accuracy of information. If any information is deleted from a consumer's file pursuant to subparagraph A, the information may not be reinserted in the file by a consumer reporting agency unless, keyword, unless they do these things. All right. So, what are the things they need to do? Unless the person who furnished the information certifies that the information is complete and accurate, first and foremost. And number two, all right. Number two, notice to consumer. If any information that has been deleted from a consumer's file pursuant to subparagraph A is reinserted in the file, the consumer reporting agency shall, that's what they're supposed to do, notify the consumer of the reinsertion in writing no later than 5 business days after the reinsertion, or if authorized by the consumer for that purpose by any other means available to the agency. All right. Now, keyword on there is if authorized. Also, additional information, all right, as part or in addition to the notice under clause 2, a consumer reporting agency shall provide to a consumer in writing no later than 5 business days after the date of the reinsertion a statement that is a statement that the disputed information has been reinserted, right? Also, the business name and address of any furnisher of information contacted and the telephone number of such furnisher if reasonably available, or of any furnisher of the information that the contacted the consumer reporting agency in connection with the reinsertion of such information, and all right, a notice that the consumer has the right to add a statement to the consumer's file disputing the accuracy or completeness of the disputed information. All right. Now, I know that's a lot of information. However, what you're going to do with this information is make a copy of this right here. And what we're going to do is, based off of this law, we're going to go ahead and create a letter. And I'm going to walk you through that process of how you can create a letter based off of this law. All this information, how can you do that? All right. So let me show you what you need to do. So we're going to use ChatGPT to create our letter, all right? And we're going to use the law and whatever account that got reinserted on our report, all right? So this is very important. Now what we're going to do, I'll have this for you, the instructions, but it's going to be based off of the account that you have and the law, all right? So this is an example, all right? Capital One, account number 1234 was reinserted on my credit report, all right? Now, you want to, of course, put whatever account was reinserted and whatever the account number was. All right. Now, if the account number was 1234XXX, that's okay. You don't need the full account number. Right. Now, can you create a letter to TransUnion about? You can also say if it's on all three credit reports, you can put, can you create a letter to TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax? Or can you create, 3 separate letters, one to TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, or just, one or the other? whoever you're talking to, you can go ahead and put that. All right. Now, can you create a letter to TransUnion about how they violated this law? And the law is right here. Basically, copy and paste the law that they violated. All right. And now what you want to do is just click on enter. All right. Now, once you do that, it's basically going to break down or create a letter based off of the law. All right. Now, this is going to be very important. We want to go ahead and read over this letter. So just make sure it makes sense and we not just send in anything. All right. So let me go ahead and let it finish. Now it's finished. Now, what you want to do is, of course, put your name, your address, your city, copy this and then copy and paste, put it on a Word document. And then you don't need your email. You don't need your phone number. Of course, you need today's date and who we're talking to, TransUnion. All right. And then subject is violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Section 611B, reinsertion of previously deleted material. There, TransUnion, who we talking to. All right. Now, I'm writing to formally address a violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Section 611B, regarding the reinsertion of previously deleted material into my credit file without proper certification of accuracy and notification to the consumer as mandated by the law. All right. Like I said, we always create stuff based off of the law. All right. Now, on whatever date checked your report or whatever day you notice that Capital One account number 1234 was reinserted into my credit report without my knowledge or consent. This action violates the FCRA Section 611B, which outlines specific requirements reinserting previously deleted information. All right. And basically, we read over that already. So I'm not going to read this again. So it just basically says the laws that they violated and the stuff that they're supposed to do. All right. Now, it is evident that TransUnion has failed to comply with the FCRA Section 611B requirements regarding the reinsertion of previously deleted material into my report. This violation has caused significant inconvenience and potential harm to my credit report. All right. Therefore, I kindly request that TransUnion promptly, rectify this violation by removing the reinserted Capital One account 1234 from our report and ensuring strict adherence to the FCRA guidelines in the future. All right. Now, sincerely, put your name, but remember, you want to add two forms of identification when you send this letter, right? And make sure you certify it as well. All right. Now, what you want to do next is, of course, wait your 30 days. You want to wait about 35 days after this. Okay. So after you wait about 35 days, wait for your results.